Welcome to LOAID, a platform where I want to bring all kinds of discussions around the law of attraction, whether it be topics of education, interviews, or personal testimonies. I just want to have a space to share my inward journey with you, to hopefully share and excite and inspire you to also learn more of how to apply the law of attraction in your everyday life. For it is a great force that we can mold and shape and learn techniques to improve our everyday life. So today I would like to just start off with just a foundational explanation of what is this law of attraction. Some call it reaping and sowing, some call it cause and effect. Can you really put a definition to this great mystery? I don't think so, but we'll give it a try. But if I were to put in my own words what the law of attraction is, basically, I'll start off with saying every one of us and everything is a vibrating force. It is a field that vibrates at a frequency, an ever-changing frequency. So think of that. Everything is vibrational, and we all have our own force field. So with knowing that, we then have the law of attraction. How does that interact with us? So we will be in some kind of state of mind or mood, and that will create a vibration, a frequency that the law will then find an equal frequency to attract to us. So basically, if I am feeling very jubilant, and that is my frequency, I will encounter things coming in my path that will add more jubilation to my life. Or if we have fear and anxiety going on in our frequency, things will come in our daily lives. We will be a magnetic force attracting more of the same. We will attract more things that will cause anxiety and fear. So I hope that kind of gives us a simple foundational explanation of what is the law of attraction, because we're always interacting with it, and we might as well learn about it so we can use it to our advantage, right? We're always sowing things into life, whether it be through thought, intention, just our overall state of being, and we're reaping it back into our lives. But now, I would like to layer in about the 5 common brain waves. The reason I want to talk about this is because I feel when you can understand how the brain works and how frequency works in the brain, you can learn and decide what state of and what level of frequency you want to resonate at to better create the experience in your life. And I feel like knowledge is power, but what is the knowledge if you don't apply that power, right? So let's learn how to apply this power and not just have the knowing. We have to apply the action and the doing of it, right? So I think this will be a great way to kind of take away some of the mystery so you can then just apply it and use this knowledge and use your power of thinking to just apply it, is what I mean. So let's start there. So here's the fun part. I just love talking about the law of attraction, and I also love talking about the brain. It is where I nerd out, I guess. So first, I just want to talk about what are brain waves. So there's 5 most common of them that we'll break down and talk about. But brain waves is basically a network, a communication network in your brain through millions, actually billions of neurons. and there is an electrical current that oscillates at different speeds depending on what frequency you're at, and they're measured in what we call hertz. So you can resonate and move through different states of mind, different states of emotion and feelings and actions. Everything will kind of manipulate or influence your frequency. So the most common of the brain waves are gamma, beta, alpha, theta, and delta. Those are the most 5 common, and I'll break down each one briefly. So what do these brain waves do? So I want you to first think of these brain waves as a funnel. So up top is the most highest frequency with, just imagine like crazy heartbeat when you look at the machine that detects your heart rate. That's a good imagery. So at the top, it's going very fast, and it goes slower and slower, less movement, that oscillation per second as you go down. What I love about these different levels of brain waves, they kind of act like currents to an ocean. You can choose different levels or different paths or currents of frequency to get to a different place. And this is what I'm so excited to share with you, because you can tap in and connect using these brain waves to accomplish what you need in life. Because we are human beings, we are spiritual beings having a human experience, and that needs to be a harmonic experience. So remember that it's a funnel. And what is so great about beta, that is, and I'm going to put something on the screen too to kind of give you some visuals. But beta acts as a filter, because we've already stored in us, in our brain and our memory, beliefs, paradigms, thoughts, and experiences. And they all are utilized in beta as a filter. So maybe somebody comes to you and they talk about their political beliefs, and you don't agree with it because you already have your own set of thoughts and beliefs and your own convictions that cause you to believe that way. So beta will act like a little ninja, blocking any thoughts that don't match with yours, protecting your paradigm. It's protecting your belief system and who you are. And so that's how beta works for you. But beta can also work as a shield for the things you really need to let in, like intuition, higher understanding, new thought patterns, a new idea, new creation. So you can't live in beta all the time, but we also want to be grateful and understand what it does do for us. So imagine a life where you didn't have that filter, that every sound you heard, everything you saw, like movies, and there's no filter to say that's not true, that's not real. You would be a basket case going, so much stimulation, you wouldn't know real from not real. So let's just be thankful for beta, okay? But there's so many more to explore. So just know that's one of its purposes that I like to know that it's back there doing for me. Then a short summary of each brainwave. Gamma goes at 32 to 100 hertz. Remember, that's how fast it oscillates per second. But this is a heightened perception where learning and problem solving and tasks and cognitive processing happens, okay? And then we talked about beta, how you're more awake and alert in this consciousness, your thinking. You can have excitement. And again, it's that filter for you to really kind of protect you from believing everything you see and it changing the way you feel, do, and act. Then you go down into alpha. And alpha, oh, I forgot to tell about the hertz there at beta. It's 13 to 32 hertz. Now, alpha is 8 to 13 hertz, and it's where you are physically and mentally relaxed. You're moving into a very calm and receiving mode, ready to move in. It gives room for you to move into theta. And theta, which is 4 to 8 hertz, is where creativity, insight, deep states, deep meditation, your reduced anxiety and stress, you have more consciousness there. And then you go down to delta, 0.5 to 4 hertz. And of course, this is where you're in deep sleep, your loss of your bodily awareness. There's a lot of healing and repair that happens here. And it's actually the dreamless state as well. You just are with your higher self. So that's real quick a rundown of what the 5 brainwaves are. And I want to take this point to kind of now comment on each one, and like we're talking about, what would I take this path, this channel for? How can I create a different reality or a chosen reality with that? So we know in beta, that's when I might have a project at work, or I want to be creative and I need to solve a problem to start that process. We need that. That's how we get along in everyday life. Remember, back to having a spiritual experience in a human body, we need to have that harmonious balance. So moving down into the meditative states, of course, I'm going to have a lot of things to comment about that. I am such a believer in the effects of meditation, and that's where I'll leave this